the blood starts dripping down the walls.
Drip, drip, drip.
And the bodies start to fall.
Thud.
My heart skips a beat when my Millie's guns are blazing in the heat.
Bang, bang, bang.
My assassin love, she makes the murdering fun for me. Oh la da dee. Of all the imps in hell, it's for her that I fell. Oh Millie.
Greetings, everybody. It is I, your insufferable captain. Welcome back. And I have a haul, a couple of things, a couple of hauls, and a couple of things, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think me drink's been spiked. Let me have a little sip here. Sounds like somebody's taking a pee. What in the name of Mr. Ed's horsey farts? What in the name of Mr. Ed's horsey farts? I got teabagged. Anyway, oh, take a look at this. It's got me name on it. I'm just trying to get it to... There we go. You can get these on Amazon. Get a custom name put on it. Like I did. Well, let's see what I got here. I got a couple of things that I pulled off of eBay here a while ago. I think I did. No, one of them is from a shop. I bought this directly from a shop. Another one is actually from eBay. And I did show these. Did I have these on Instagram? I might have put these up on Instagram. I'm not... I don't know if I did. Might have. But anyway, this, I know I showed this briefly on one of Gratu's streams a few days ago. And this is Don Winslow of the Navy. They got some great stories in here. But basically, I don't really collect them that much for the stories, even though the stories are pretty good. It's the covers that I like. In this issue, The Scorpion's Web. Scorpions don't make webs. There is one species of scorpion called a silk scorpion, but they just use that to make a place to hide in. They don't make webs, so this is kind of weird. But it's still a very cool cover. It's not meant to be accurate. None of this is accurate. It's just fantasy and entertainment. She's all tangled up in there. I would say this is a bondage cover, and she's about to have the sting of the scorpion penetrate her body. Not in a sexual way, you naughty little scamps. I just meant puncturing her body somewhere with the stinger. So this is Don Winslow of the Navy. I don't know who does the cover. It's number 44 from 1947. Oh, I do like me scorpions and spiders, especially around this season. And here's another one I picked up. Don Winslow of the Navy, number 52. This is what? Let me see. What year was this again? It's 1947, and it's number 64. So this is 52. So this is probably 1946, I would say this. number 52, 1946. You know, as a kid back then, 10, 11 years old, this cover would just pop out at me, and I would just have all, you know, my imagination would run wild. Like there's this ghastly demonic figure that's about to envelop this fishing trawler and put the curse of death upon everybody on board. The ghost of the fishing ships. But you know, these were the kind of covers that kids would look at and, wow, that's cool, you know. And then they might get hooked on the stories too, but I think these stories were more geared towards a little bit older audience, but they were still fun to read. And that's what comics should be. They should be fun to read. Not all political garbage, you know, promoting the writer's personal philosophy, politics, and social beliefs. What the social structure of our society should be. You know, I don't go for any of that. I want to be entertained. I want to escape from all that. That's what comic books were meant to do. Have you escape from reality for a while, not have them throw it right back in your face with things you might not even agree with. Here's Doll Man number 20. Again, I don't know who does the cover. This is from 1949. He's about to go right down into the reservoir. They gotta put a skull on there and make sure you know it's a poison bomb. They gotta write that on there. This bomb is poison. Oh shit! It's kind of funny. Oh, you know, I just absolutely hate it. What this camera does not focus, and it's a newer camera too. I'm sorry. You know, it just bugs me. Poison bomb. Why in the world does this damn thing not focus? I can't afford $1,000 camera, you know, just to make it look good, but that's what it is. Let me take a look at the back cover in this. Oh, I thought it was tape for a minute there. I like to look at the ads in the back cover. Sometimes they got candy bars, and here is a candy bar, Butterfinger. What a wonderful ad this is, man. You got these kids all on a toboggan going right down a hill. Butterfingers in hand. I don't even think they make Butterfingers today anymore. I think Curtis Candy was bought by some other outfit, and no more Butterfingers, I guess. Put that over there. Now, you know, these I did have photos up. I put photos up on Instagram. This is you know, Night Tiger. Did I show these? I don't think I did. Night Tiger believes that this is the true first Silver Age superhero, and I think he's right. I agree with him. This is Captain Flash. He appeared. Where the hell is it? Crying out loud! I'm losing my mind. Here's number 1. Okay, this is number 1. It appeared in 1954, November of 1954. And it's Captain Flash. Kind of curious how some people interpret the beginning of the Silver Age with the first appearance of the Flash back in 1956. Some people say it was the 1955 Senate hearings, you know, into the or the hearings into juvenile delinquency and their connection to comic books. So I don't know, it's a matter of opinion, but this certainly seems to be the first. If this is the first Silver Age hero, then the Silver Age would have started in 1954. So take your pick. Look, again, it's a rocket up there. They got to make sure that you know it's an atomic rocket, and also it's number 3. So that everybody knows this is atomic rocket number 3. And these are all, this was created, this character was created by Mike Sekowsky, and he did the covers on here. I don't know about the interiors. I haven't read any of these yet. These are difficult to come by. They're not easy to find. And there were only 4 of them, and I have all 4. I'm lucky to have all 4 of these. This is number 2 from 1955. I was mentioning that this art on the cover is kind of Kirby-esque to me. Doesn't it seem a little bit Kirby-esque? From the 1940s, his style in the 1940s looked a little bit like this, Jack Kirby, but it is Mike Sekowsky. Number 2, America's Ace Defender. Here's number 3 from May of 1955. Nice dinosaur, Tyrannosaurus Rex type of huge monster. The beast from 1 million BC. Look at this guy. He looks like Kid Flash. And this is the final issue, Captain Flash number 4. This is, well, it'd have to be 1955. This is May. Let me take it out of here. I don't have it written on there. Oh, this is in nice condition. This is in beautiful condition. Mike Sekowsky on the cover. (1955). July 1955. So this would have been 2 months earlier. So it would have been May. It came out on the newsstands in May of 1955. And that's when they got the code. The code. You'll notice that the first issue doesn't have that on there because it was before the code. This is from 1954. Let's see what else we got here. This these comic books here I did pick up at, I picked them up at Fan Expo. Been to so many different places I can't keep track of it. These books just kept piling up, and oh, here's something that I got. These are reproductions of the original Betty and Me, the famous Beat Off. Unintentional humor on that just caught the eye of people, and yeah, you know, he's beaten off, and then all of a sudden, when this first came out, people probably didn't think of it as something sexual or an sexual innuendo, but then it became a sexual innuendo, and instead of $30 or $20, it's hundreds of dollars now, and it's just ridiculous. Not worth it to me, but I'm glad to have this reproduction. I don't need the original if I have this, because it's, you know, it's Archie. I'm not going to spend, you know, tons of money on Archie comics. And I forgot where I bought this, but that was not picked up at Fan Expo. Here we got something interesting. I was looking at this guy's comics, and I told him what I was interested in, and I pulled out some stuff that I was going to buy, and then he disappeared for a couple minutes and came back with this. You might be interested in these. And I had never heard of this before. The Monster Matinee by Chaos. This is number 1. Now, see, that is hosted by Forrest J. Ackerman, who does an intro and outro. It's not really a comic book, and you won't find details about this on the Grand Comics database, because the Grand Comics database requires that the comic book has at least 50% sequential art. And I can get this out of here. And this is page after page of full page artwork. Let me show you. Now these are from the late 90s, 1997, I think. And I mean, it's great. Great full page artwork. I didn't mind paying what the guy was charging me. He was charging me, what did I pay for these? I don't even have it written down. I think he let me have these for $2 a piece. So it was under the cover price. And most of these are based on movies, horror movies. Most of these full page most of these full page art pieces are based on horror films. Like this was probably based on, I don't know, maybe Frankenstein, I'm not sure, but and here we got Nosferatu. As a matter of fact, see, they give you the titles of the pages, like page 1. That art piece is called, oh, come on now, it's not focusing again. I just hate that. Unbelievable. Well, I wonder if it's this light here. If I turn that down. No, not really. Okay, well, number one, for each page they give a title. That's number one is Now Fear This. Now Fear This, that's the intro, you know, from 4E. Number two, they call that Art, the Mad Doctor. Number three is the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, except they don't call it the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. They call it the Closet of Dr. Ugari, because I suppose, you know, they copyright things or whatever. So they call it the Closet of Ugari, but it's really the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. This one. So each splash page of art is based on some film, or at least most of them are. Oh, I'm loving this artwork. I really am. Looky here. Oh. Now, come on, they have to. You know, it would have been a lot easier, what I would have liked a lot more, if they would have put the artist's name next to each page number. When they got the page numbers there and the title of that art page, and it would have been a lot easier if they would have had by so-and-so. I don't know who these people are. How am I supposed to know? And they don't have it anywhere in the book. And if they do, they probably clump all the names together, and then you got to figure out who did what. Ah. Yeah, let me show you some more. Ooh. And it's crying out loud. Oh, here, it's Kyle. Kyle 97. Now, who is that? Somebody out there probably knows. Leave it in the comments if you know. I think most of this artwork does seem to be by this guy named Kyle. Do I know him? Oh, I got that light on. It's no good. So, just crazy art. If he did all this artwork, man, I'd like to find out who he is. And then, you know, it has a text story in here. Uncle Forey's Story, Part 1. Just a kid who loves monster movies. And that's the author. And it's about, you know, Forrest J. Ackerman. Come on, famous monsters of Filmland. 97, when they still had Wizard magazine around. So I found it interesting. I'm glad he showed me these, and I bought them right away, $2 a piece. Originally, I think that they were, yeah, $2.50. This is number, he said there were only 3 of them. So, this is number 2. Let me, I gotta rebag and board these anyway. I'm glad to have these, you know, I mean, I don't care if it's sequential art or not. It's great artwork and maybe that's what I gotta do, put it next to my lovely face. Oh, here's something that Gratu always does this. Let me see here. Oh, look at this splash page here. Double splash page. I mean, this is nice. The Vault of Chaos, number 1. Nurse Wretched. Instead of Nurse Ratchet. Nurse Wretched, Spud, the Derelict. That's not a real comic. Although it would be nice if it was. Good grief, this artwork is just, it's just kicking it, man. Look at this. Doesn't this harken back to the horror movies of the 1950s? I think that's what this whole series is all about. What do we got here? Invaders from Mars. No, not Invaders from Mars. Invasion of the Saucermen. Oh, look at this little kitty cat. Oh, what a beautiful little kitty cat. You know, I gotta look at these later on more carefully and read it thoroughly and see who the artist is. Is that the same guy again? Yeah. Okay, his name is right here. I guess he does all of this. That's the impression that I'm getting. Let me try to focus this. Bear with me for a moment. I know it must be irritating a lot of people, but I want to get this focused there. Please, if you know who these people are, leave it in the comments because I need to know. Classic diner. What the heck did this guy do? He ripped off his own head. Look at the kid over there. The kid's over there. Please don't get it into my sody. Don't get it into my strawberry sundae. And it continues the kind of a semi-documentary of Uncle Forey, Forrest J. Ackerman. I assume how he got into monsters and the magazines, the movies and everything. I mean, just Amazing. He had an amazing collection. His house was a museum, literally. Amazing collection. He had Bela Lugosi's ring that Lugosi used in the original Dracula movie. Well, so now you got an idea of what that is. Let me see something here real quick. It's got the same thing. Table of contents, page 1. Zombies without a cause. Okay. So that's probably based on the 50s movie Rebel Without a Cause with James Dean. Oh, I just hate it when it doesn't focus. You know, somebody let me know if you guys are making videos and anybody out there that knows a really good camera that works well with certain lighting where you can just pull something up to the camera and it won't get blurred. It'll be able to be very legible and clear and crisp. Let me know. So you see what I'm talking about there. Earth versus the invaders. All right, which one is that? That's on page page 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's Earth probably versus the flying saucers. It's a combination of Earth versus the flying saucers and invasion of the saucermen. That's what I think. This is really cool, man. Great price too. And this is number 3. What did I write on the back of here? I wrote on the back of here, psychedelic zombie chicks. No, I didn't write that. I didn't even open this yet. Somebody else wrote that on there. Psychedelic zombie chicks. I wonder what that is. Well, I'll have to figure that out later. Well, let me take it out of the bag. What the hell? Oh my. You got 4 pieces of tape on here. Kid you not, man. Look at all that tape they put on there. What the hell? Look at Forey there. He's made to look like Frankenstein with glasses. He looks like a cross between Herman Munster and Frankenstein. No, he looks like a cross between Forrest J. Ackerman and Herman Munster. Oh, that's what the first page is called. The first art page. Psychedelic zombie chicks. Okay. I'll have to investigate that. So we'll use the same bag. Yeah, I can use this. Had a bag handy. It's a little bit oversized, but you know, that's the thing. I like to have a little bit of breathing room. Other guys, they like their books, you know, really tight inside the bag and really tight inside the box. I don't mind them tight in the box, but in the bag, I like to have a little bit of room on each side so there's room for air circulation, because if you have it completely sealed, I was reading up on this, completely sealing it so that there's no, especially if it's older paper, then you're asking for trouble because it can't breathe, and you're just all what you're really doing is letting it stew in its own juices. I wish I had that article handy. I could show it to you, but I don't want to waste my time looking for it. I know it's up here someplace. Let me show you there. I got it around here somewhere, but I don't know where the hell it is, but I'll have to show it some other time. I have to go through all that crap, man. I don't even know what the hell I got in there. Now, it's time for the monstrous movie on Channel 32. Uh-oh. Okay, so you probably noticed that the volume is higher right now, because what happened, I was just looking at the setting. For some reason, every time I do a video, it automatically goes to a default setting, and I don't know how to stop it from doing that. It's supposed to go back to the volume where I always have it at, right around 50. And I just checked real fast, and the volume was all the way down to like 16 or 17. And for the whole part of that, the first 40 minutes, it was at, the volume was at 15 or 16 or 17. So then I had to fix it, you know, as for the microphone volume to be higher. So I don't know. When I edit it, maybe I can increase the volume. I don't know. Just frustrating, man. And then you forget, you know, you got to reset it every single time, and I forgot. But I'm not going to redo the video. But maybe it's not that bad. Picked this up for $3 to continue. This was half price. The Monster Frankenstein. It's low grade. I already have it. It's Plug artwork. Just great Plug artwork, you know. Pick this up any day for $3. You can see it's low grade, but I don't care. Picked this up. This was also half price from the same dealer at Fan Expo. This was $6. Around the World Under the Sea. The fate of the world depends upon how long their courage lasts. Dell movie classic. Look at that. It's got Lloyd Bridges from Sea Hunt. I used to watch that in the early 60s. All the time with my parents. I loved Lloyd Bridges and Sea Hunt. And it's got David McCallum, the man from Uncle. He played Ilya Kuryakin. Her, I don't know. And Around the World Under the Sea. I've seen Around the World in 80 Days. I'm not sure if I ever even saw this movie as a kid. And I've seen most of these. And this is in really nice shape, man. Wow. $6. Look at it. I got movie lights. Maybe I don't need this one. And this looks like it just came off the newsstand. Nice high-grade copy. This was from, what is the year on here? For God's sakes. Around the world. I don't see any, I want to say 1965 or 1966. I don't see a year in the indicia. It's probably there. My eyes just aren't focusing. And the artwork is not really that bad. Usually the artwork in these is kind of crappy, but looks to be pretty decent. Sure as hell ain't Neil Adams, but down. Lloyd Bridges, Shirley Eaton. That's her name. Shirley Eaton, and they got Keenan Wynn in here. And David McCallum. Let's see if I can't find. Alright, here's something. There's David McCallum with the glasses on. The guy sitting is supposed to be Lloyd Bridges. I guess he does a halfway decent job of trying to capture the faces of these actors. But it's a beautiful photo cover. And only $6. It's almost impossible to buy anything on eBay. You know, I purchase less and less all the time, and it's going to come to the point where I won't buy anything at all on eBay. By the time you get done, I mean, they're way overpriced to begin with. And because they figure they're going to, if they got like something up for sale that's at a buy it now price or best offer, they already jacked the price up. They got to include all the their costs in there, and the fact that you're probably going to make a an offer that's way less than what the buy it now price is. So he's figuring that in, and then of course there's he's got to pay taxes at the end of the year. I got to pay tax on the book. Then he pays taxes on the sale of the book at the end of the year, and somebody's got to pay for the postage. It's ridiculous. Tax you to death. But at any rate, it's just too expensive. So that's why I love going to the mini cons. I didn't make this last one. I just wasn't feeling that well. I don't know what the hell's been going on with me. I guess I've been depressed about being cramped in this little hole over here. But in a way I like it. I like being surrounded by all this because the season for me is all year round. Like this. Oh, here's one I picked up at another one I picked up over there at Fan Expo. This, there's no way I paid $18 for this. I can't remember if this was half off or what, because this looks like it was a different dealer. Frankenstein Monster number 15. That certainly is not Mike Plug. But I wonder what... Yeah, no, I couldn't have. I mean, $18. It must have been half off. There's no way I would have paid $18 for this. if it was Mike Klug artwork, I might have in this condition. It's a high-grade condition book. I must have paid like $9. It must have been half price. Because I hit all the little guys, the little dealers. That's where you get the best deals. I found this guy cramped. Just he had this little space that he shared with these two other big dealers that were selling T-shirts on one side of him, and then right behind him, they were selling action figures and some comic books and stuff. And he had this little space, probably not bigger than where I'm at right now, and he just had some boxes of comics. And I decided, what the heck, I'm going to look through that. And then I found these, and he had them half off as well. Half price. Well, actually, this had a price of $13. I got it for $7. He marked it down. Daniel Boone, Fess Parker. I used to watch this as a kid all the time. I remember the jingle. Daniel Boone was a man, he was a real man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone, what is Gold Key? Here's another Daniel Boone. I think maybe this just cost me $6 because he said he had a $14 price tag on it, and then he went down to $6. I don't. This is labeling and numbering prices. It was all out of whack, but I know I paid $7 for this, and I probably paid $6 for this one. Look at that gun, for crying out loud. Look at the length of that barrel. Now, that's what you call a long gun. That's almost as tall as he is. It's probably from 1965 or something, 68. $1968. 1968. Was the show still on in 1968? I wonder. The comic was out. I gotta check that later on when I'm done with this video here. Oh my goodness. It's a copyright date of 1968 on the cover, but in the indicia, this is January 1969. I'm pretty sure he wasn't on the air on the TV series anymore at that time. Man, it just irks me that I didn't go into the settings and adjust the volume like I always try to do, but I just forgot. It's not supposed to do that. Go to a default setting. What is that? Why is it? Crap. Frankenstein Moonster. Okay, I'm gonna show one more, and then it's gonna be it. This is from the guy who was half off. Yeah, that's from the guy that was half off. Okay, so this was $6, and it's in a nice high grade too. Look at the year on there, 1978. Well, you can't miss that date. I can't remember ever seeing this. I probably have, but I don't remember. This is really strange, you know, to put the year up there in such bold large lettering, numbering. Artwork by Louis Dominguez. There's a signature down there. Okay. Well, I gotta find where I'm gonna put these. I can't. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what I got? I got these little things. My local Binnies. You had them for $1. Cinnamon whiskey. These, I thought this was going to be cool for the drink closer to Halloween. Look at this beer. It's pumpkin beer from Southern Tier. Pumpkin ale. 8.5% by volume. A little bit more than 8.5, 8.6. I could tell you one thing, and they have another too. They also have with caramel. It's all natural though. So I'm looking forward to having some of these closer to Halloween. And you know what? These are expensive. I couldn't find them anywhere for less than $15 a 4-pack. And then by the time you get through with the tax, the Cook County liquor tax, the Chicago liquor tax, you're paying almost $18, about 15, close to $18 for 4 bottles. I mean, that's as much as you would pay for a whole case. That's how much these are, just these 4. Unbelievable. But I'm going to open them very carefully because I want to save the bottles and the caps. Those aren't twist offs, so I got to open them up real carefully so I can reuse those caps. I don't want to damage them. So anyway, that'll be all for today. That'll do her. And, gosh, I don't know. I got a lot more stuff to show. But hopefully I can put these away, organize all these books, so I'll have some room down here. I got a whole stack of, look at all these videos that I got. I don't know if you can see this. It's a whole stack. All these different movies. This is actually a radio show. All these are movies. So I got a lot of stuff to go through. And we'll have to see you hopefully very soon. And until then, live long and be well.